Hey everyone, it's Matt aka Tech Ranger, and today we're going to be taking a look at SkyUI for the Xbox and also the PlayStation. It's actually listed that this mod is available for the PlayStation, and you can use it with some other user interface mods now that this has been separated from Untarnished, the SkyUI version of that. But in this video, we're going to look and see how it works with something like Nordic UI Lite, as well as the current main version, the SWF version of Nordic UI. If you enjoyed the video or got some value out of it, leave a like down below and comment down below if you have any questions about anything. Sometimes the author or porter of this mod is in the comments as well, so definitely check those out. So Nordic UI actually has two different mods available on the Xbox that work right now, and Nordic UI Lite, uploaded by Devil's Play, is the Lite version of it, and there's some differences. If you want to use this version, make sure you're using the one with updated in parentheses. Quick overview of Nordic UI Lite. It's pretty much everything you've been accustomed to as far as Nordic UI goes. There's a couple differences. Obviously, we have SkyUI working here, which replaces the item menu. This was an area that was kind of untouched in the Lite version because of certain permissions. So adding SkyUI to this and the fact that we can play this on a console is pretty great. Another difference in this Lite version of Nordic, though, is that the map is pretty much the vanilla map. I am using a quality world map mod here, so that's why the appearance of this might be a little bit different. However, one of the main differences between this one and the main Nordic is that those colored icons won't actually show up on the map for these cities. You will see the colored icons on your compass, though, if you're in game, which I think is really helpful just as a quality of life feature, so you can see where you're going and see where the major cities are, as opposed to something like an objective marker. Those colored icons on the compass are actually missing in this main SWF version of Nordic, which is kind of weird, but it is on the map. If you still like to see the colored map icons on the map, there is the pastel map markers which you can use. I actually ended up having that on when I tried out this other version of Nordic, which included the color icons on the map, and it seemed to work fine. You get that cool kind of in-between menu as well as the level up menu, which I really like the design of. It wasn't a complete redesign of this, it's mostly the same, just some touches with Nordic that look really nice here. As far as the level showing in your loading screen, that will show just the vanilla version of that, just with that new Sovngarde font. That font is actually baked into this version of Nordic UI. In Nordic UI Lite, there's no main menu screen that's added, it's just the default one, just with that Sovngarde font. With all that, SkyUI 5 seems to be perfectly fine with this mod. The favorites menu works just as well. And you can expect that to be the case with the SWF version of Nordic UI, which is more of a fully featured version of that. While the font doesn't change with this one, you can always add that Sovngarde font as a separate mod, just load it underneath. But you will be gaining those colored icons on the world map, so you won't need another mod to add colored map markers, for example. With this version, you'll also see the updated XP bar in the top right with the Nordic touch. The load screen doesn't come with this though, that's just from a mod that I've had previously. If you want to learn a little bit more about Nordic, I do have a video on that, as well as a few other user interface mods that work after the creations update. I'm sure there's some more now that haven't updated to work. Same thing here though, it seems like Nordic and SkyUI work pretty well together. Essentially, SkyUI is just replacing the item management in Nordic. If you aren't sure how that looks in your load order, or if you're new to modding on Skyrim, you would just need Nordic UI Lite if you wanted to go with that one, and then put SkyUI below that. For this main fully featured version of Nordic UI, or mostly fully featured, you want to use the SWF mod, the simple workaround framework, and then you want to load Nordic UI as well as SkyUI 5. And then any font mod that you want to add as well, including the ones with SkyUI 5, if you want a larger font in those menus or a smaller one. And that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. A little bit of a shorter one today. I just wanted to go back and check out this newer separated version of SkyUI and see how it worked with something like Nordic. I always really liked that one, so the other UI mods that I would try, there was always like one or two things that I'm like, I wish we had that from Nordic in here. So it's great that now you can use SkyUI with pretty much anything, which is what I'm going to ask you guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you've been using this version of SkyUI with any other user interface mods. But that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.